G'day Bomber fans, old mate Adrian Dodoro has come out on Trade Radio earlier today and he's had some updates for us. They probably won't be talked about as much as the gossip and the rumours that you see online, but some of the stuff he dropped is pretty big, I think, so I'm going to go through and talk about what he has said, give you guys a general trade update for the Essendon Football Club on what is day 3 of the trade period. Alrighty, so Jade Gresham is the big news, obviously because we've already signed Ben Mackay and Todd Goldstein, so he is the last of the remaining free agents that we are in business with. Now, Sam Edmund has said that St Kilda are going to match an offer and force a trade. I think this is more so if the compensation isn't a first rounder. This has been the narrative throughout the whole saga, really, though. But we are yet to lodge an offer to Gresham official to the AFL officially, so we don't know yet what the compensation will be. There is every chance he walks through the door giving St Kilda a first round compensation, which is what they want. I look at the Duursma deal, a key defender with a bung knee getting a first round compensation to Adelaide. I feel like the value has to be fairly even there for Gresham, even if we are offering him a big pay cut to what he's on now, which seems to be the case. I should say it's really unlikely we trade for Gresham. Our hand isn't good enough to warrant a big trade, so if St Kilda do match the offer and force a trade, I would say Gresham just stays at St Kilda, which I don't think is the end of the world. Of the 4 deals we have going on at the moment, I would say we all think Gresham is the lowest priority. I think just about every Essendon fan will agree, but it would be nice for some forward class at the right price, so that's where that one sits. An offer will be lodged to the AFL today or tomorrow. Alright, Xavier Duursma, this is yet to kick off properly. We are going to meet with Port in the coming days apparently, but this isn't a first priority for either side now. We are thinking a lot about Gresham at the minute, and I'm sure once that whole saga is done, we will see trade talks amp up. Dodoro wants Zerk Thatcher to be involved in the trade, and I think that makes the most sense. What comes from that is valuing each player, which I think could be tough, but I reckon Duursma makes a deal less complicated for Port wanting BZT without much of a draft hand. I think we're going to see this one get done. Otherwise, I don't think BZT will cross over to Port. Now, Zane Duursma, this news is mostly coming from fans of the Bombers. I want to highlight this by saying Zane Duursma is one of the best players in the draft. I see some asking to trade up to pick 5 to get him. I don't think he's going to be on the board come pick 5. We would need a top pick, and we really don't have the hand right now to warrant getting that. Now, obviously, Zane Duursma is the brother of Xavier Duursma, who I just spoke about before. He has commented on these rumours of him playing with his brother, or more so the possibility of ever playing with his brother. But I just don't see him getting to Essendon. It would take serious dealing, and there is way too much dealing going on for us right now to eventually trade up to the draft. Dodoro has said himself that it's unlikely for us to get much further up on the board. I just don't see how this can happen. I should mention our pick 9 because clubs have been asking the question. Other teams want to move up the draft board to get it. Dodoro has been taking phone calls. There is a clear top 10 or 11 in the draft this year. Clubs want access to it. I am sure some teams will offer future picks to get in there, and that is what is probably happening right now. So there may be a world where we don't actually move up the draft, we move down the order, or lose our first round pick completely and go to next year's first round and improve our hand for next year in doing so. So there's a bit to unfold here. Might not happen, but there are conversations going on about it right now. I'm sure a few of you are hopeful in this because there are obviously quite a few big key forwards out of contract next year that we might be trading for. Let's end this quick video with Massimo D'Ambrosio. Now, I see this deal getting done. Mass is not a big enough player to warrant a big standoff, but we do want to keep him at the club. He has an offer from us, a 1-year contract. Hawthorn can easily walk him to the preseason draft, I reckon, but Mass, I'm sure he would rather stay in a familiar environment at Essendon than risk going to the preseason draft. It's tricky with that, but both clubs will be meeting soon to discuss. There hasn't been an offer from Hawthorn yet. Both clubs have spoken, and it seems to be productive, but yet to be a formal offer from the Hawks. This will get done. I can't see it blowing up like BZT possibly could. I think both could get done eventually. Dodoro joked on Trade Radio that Massimo was worth 3 first-round picks, but I do think we're going to see a hardish bargain driven for a player that we want at the club next year. That's all though. Super quick recap. Thought I would just get it out in time for the Gresham news to come out tomorrow, because I think we're going to hear a lot more then, and I am unfortunately busy tomorrow, so I won't be posting a video right away if it comes out. I think we're likely going to see trades finalised next week. This is a week for free agency. If we get all 3 deals done tomorrow, we turn our attention to the trade period, but that is all for now. Cheers for watching, Bomber fans. Comment down below what you think on these updates.